look through. And I've got a limited number of these original BBC. They're a bit yellowy now. I've tried scanning it into my computer and the colour, it doesn't quite work with modern colour.
So you weren't yellow at the time?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Anyway, feel free to look through. That's my little donation to the exhibition. Oh, there's chocolate bites here from Mark's.
Not just food, it's M&S food.
Absolutely.
You know when you had shots of the cat, you see it through someone's hair?
Yeah.
Was that the actual cat?
That was that, yeah.
All the hair through it.
Yeah.
It's taken ages.
I remember taking, I did take that from a makeup lady. From a dead man.
Sorry, I couldn't do it.
Somebody had to say it. I wasn't going to.
When I see he's pulling that out of his hair, I'm like cringing. I'm like,
that's why it's not complete. There's a few broken sections around here because they would use like a crochet hook, literally, to pull the hair through. It was quite an agonising process.
So it was only the people who were in front of camera in shot that actually had to.
That's right.
If
you were fairly balding, I mean, like you and I, we would have to have one because it would be visible. You know,
I'm sure
if you had a full head of hair, you wouldn't need to wear one. It was just presumed that it was there. So
I'm sure I spotted some in the the French scenes where like you can see whether they would have one or not have it.
Yeah,
being really pedantic there, but you're like, oh, he has a good cat.
I remember watching it and realising that you only ever saw the cat when it was referred to.
That's right.
So sometimes you would get people who were quite bald and there was nothing, you know. I've been looking as a viewer looking for it.
Yeah.
Because I used to think if Eloise was cat, her hair would no way be that long.
Yeah.
You know, I used to, I know it's really stupid, but I think, if she was cat like a year or two, it wouldn't have hair in there.
Well, in the book, that's why she wears the turban, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because she's only just been cat. And she's got very, very short hair now. In the TV series, it looks like it was just a costume decision rather than it being that reason. Or maybe it was an oversight. But there was a slight play with Robin's hair. You get the shot in the city where they're in the pink parrot and talking about being cat when he's with Pierre. And as he's talking about it, you see the lights catch the metal in his hair. You can see it glistening through his hair. And he had a thick head of hair then. I don't know if it's quite as thick now. But I remember thinking then that must have took ages to put that cat in.
Yeah, it took a long time. And then you had to fix it with glue because it would obviously move. So it was fixed with artist glue as well. So I'm thinking they're quite uncomfortable, especially to remove. I think a few actors went home with them. Inadvertently. Washing their hair that night in the shower. What the hell is this?
That's actually referred to in the series where John is drying his hair with a towel at the end of the second series and catches it. So maybe they wrote it in. Caught the cap. And that scene where Ozymandias pulls it up.
Yeah, I'm
absolutely.
It must have been using the cone teeth. That's why there was cone teeth designed into it.
Yeah.
Because the original idea of the design was that, if you didn't drag it through the hair, it's just the cone teeth.
Those bits at the front,
They must have gone through it like crazy though, because they look really, like I said, if you you'd rip them to pieces, wouldn't you?
There was a lot of them made, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a few.
Did you each get one?
No, I had to commandeer that one.
Because that would have been a logical thing when you finish.
Yeah.
Everyone gets a cat.
Yeah, it would have been nice, but no, I've seen them traded for over £100 on eBay. It's ridiculous. I've seen them go for over £100 on eBay.
Somebody who makes them.
Yeah, there's a guy in America who got hold of one, copied it, and then made them, and he was selling them for $90.
Yeah.
So, but they're not original, so.
That's a scary thing. Technology now, you could like you said, that guy could pirate them. Is back in the 80s, you wouldn't think of it, but now just like Photoshop and stuff. You look at like the Paris 2089 stuff. You could do that on Photoshop in 10 minutes now. A couple of French pictures. The Metropolitan, whatever it is, just. I'm not disrespecting it, but you just think like then and now. It's
Well, a lot of the stuff where we were using. The Quantel machine still had to be dressed, like the Bank Tube Station in London that was doubling up as the Paris Metro. There was still a hell of a lot of dressing going on there, as well as the matte shots that they were using. I remember as well when we did the first scene with the tripod coming in at Friday Street, there was a model on set.
It was near Friday Street. So I live in Dorking, so I live near Friday Street.
there was an actual model there in front of a piece of glass, and they were trying out experimental shots where they were literally using the model on a piece of glass and shooting through it onto Friday Street. And I never saw that footage, but I've got a few pictures. You remember recently we had some pictures of the model maker?
Yes.
They were his pictures, they're from his collection. There's a couple of pictures where you see the special effects guy crouching in front of a table with a model of a tripod. And if you look just to the left of the picture, or the right of the picture as it is, there's a plane of glass there. And on that glass is clouds and what have you. And they just shoot through it.
That was done, I remember, on Hitchhiker's Guide. They
Yeah, they did a
created
lot
the
of
whole
that.
of a ship. So the bit where they actually walking around is the actual studio,
That's
and
right.
everything else that you can see, all the girders, is painted on glass and shot through it.
It's an effective
And it
technique,
really looks
but it
good.
takes hours to set up. It really does take hours to set up, and you can't move the camera either. Once it's set up, you're then rigid.
Yeah.
Everything has to happen within that picture, so it's really hard to choreograph. Yeah.
Shots.
I was talking to the Friday Street Arcade, so like, you know, one time I went to like where episode 1 was filmed, it's like, oh, the village changed between 89 and oh, the woods there, the like playgrounds were there, the school's there.
I like to go back.
It's like, oh, it's a nice place. I mean, you know, you see,
Ja, men det var ju.
I imagine it hasn't changed a lot, but it's still in
Guck halt, dass es drauf ist.
a little
Wenn
bit
die Spring
up the
laufen.
road, you know,
Sagst du, der Fahrt, ich muss mir mal anschauen.
change all that much, but, you know.